About a foot to go.
On a goal line stand, football players don't match wits. They bang heads.
Elway, hands off. Stop! Gary Reasons.
Great play by Gary Reasons. Threw his body right at Humphrey and crumbled him.
Gary Reasons saved the Giants' late season win in Denver, and they soon clinched the NFC East by the margin of that one game. In Super Bowl 16, the 49ers led 20-0 at the half. The Bengals had closed it to 20-7, and later in the third quarter had the ball 3rd and goal, inches from cutting the Niner lead to just 6. Linebacker Danny Bunn stopped running back Charles Alexander, and the Bengals failed to score. The Niners held on to win their first Super Bowl by just 5 points. In Super Bowl 27, the Cowboys led just 14-7 when they faced down the Bills.
Niners at 1 yard line. Giants! Giants! Giants!
3rd down and goal, less than a yard. And the handoff and a bang at the goal line. And he's pushed back. He didn't get it in. Oh, my goodness. The Cowboys have turned them back. Norton makes a huge hit. He makes the play.
Lead blocker Carwell Gardner took out Dixon Edwards, opening a huge hole. But Ken Norton closed it on Kenneth Davis instantly. Dallas held and went on to rout Buffalo 52-17. Great tackles aren't always feats of strength. Washington Redskins cornerback Darrell Green proved that there is power in speed when he caught Cowboy gamebreaker Tony Dorsett from behind. Watch Green, number 28, entering from the bottom of the screen. Green ran with the winds of change at his back, signaling the end of the era when offensive players like Dorsett were the fastest men on the field. But in the era of the two-way player, the Cleveland Browns' Bill Willis, number 30, did Green one better, chasing down Giants halfback Gene Roberts.
Into the clear, and with a blocker in front of him, is pulled down from behind by Bill Willis's diving desperation tackle.
Willis preserved the Browns' 8-3 win, and Paul Brown's team advanced to its first championship. On such plays, our dynasties begun, like the tackle made by the 49ers rookie cornerback Eric Wright in the game better remembered for the catch.
I think the catch was a big play in the game. I think what I would say, especially being a defensive player, is that it's what happened after that play. I think Eric Wright making the play to save the game, to pull down Drew Pearson, to keep them out of field goal range.
Without Wright's tackle, the catch might have been just another pass completion. But the 49ers won the game, and 2 weeks later, their first Super Bowl.
History could have definitely been different if Eric doesn't make that play.
Sometimes personal history makes a tackle great, and it made Steve Largent the only offensive player to make the list of the NFL's 10 greatest tackles. On opening day 1988, Largent was knocked out of the game on an illegal hit by Denver's Mike Harden, for which Harden was fined by the league. But real justice would come later that season, when Steve Largent showed that when it comes to tackling, an ounce of vengeance is worth a pound of experience.
The end zone, 2 yards deep, will run it out, takes it up to the 10, 15, out to the 20, he's on his feet. Boy, Largent, woo! The ball comes loose, the Seahawks may get it back.
I mean, Largent just unloaded on Mike Harden.
Holy smoke, what a play. Steve will want to put that over his mantle, right, on the fireplace.
That's better than any touchdown catch he's ever made, right there.
In 1966, the Baltimore Colts were all that stood between the Green Bay Packers and the playoffs. Trailing by 4 in the closing moments, Johnny Unitas led the Colts to the 15-yard line. Then came number 87 Willie Davis and what was called the $1 Million Fumble. The Packer dynasty marched on to win Super Bowl I. Like Unitas, Joe Montana seemed to embody his team's success, he had the Niners on the verge of a record third straight Super Bowl, leading the Giants 13-9 with 10 minutes to play. Then defensive end Leonard Marshall pulled his team off the floor for one last shot at Montana. The impact of Marshall's tackle forced Montana out of the game, and the 49ers made only one first down the rest of the way. Marshall's sack led to one field goal. Later, he watched Matt Barr attempt the game winner with 4 seconds left.
20 a distance.
It is good! Good!
And the Giants are going to Tampa Bay. It's over for the three-peats. They have ended the reign of the San Francisco 49ers.
Hey, Joe, are you still using that greasy kid stuff on your hair?
In 1960, Frank Gifford was the NFL's glamour boy. Late that season, he would run into a man of distinctly different grooming habits.
The clock is running down. It's about a minute and a half to play in the game. Gifford swings out of the backfield, comes down the field, across, down and in. They're dangerous. That's like a Volkswagen going down a one-way street, and a Mack truck is coming the opposite way.
Frank Gifford caught the ball underneath of Bednarik, and he was trying to get to the sideline to stop the clock. Well, he got stopped. I mean, he got hit. Bednarik hit him, and he just leveled Frank. I mean, Frank was level and knocked him cold, of course. And Frank missed a whole year of football the following season. That's how hard he got hit. I thought Bednarik killed him.
His head snapped. He went backwards, and the ball flew in the air. And there it was. Chuck Weber fell on it. I knew the game was over. I had no idea where Frank Gifford was, and then when I saw him recover the ball and I turned around, and then simultaneously I was with a gesture like this, standing over him, and I said these exact words, "This effing game is over." And it would appear by the picture that I'm gloating over him. I wasn't gloating over him. I had no idea that he was there.
And so Chuck Bednarik celebrated the tackle that saved a 17-10 win, the turning point on the Eagles' road to the 1960 World Championship. Today, we celebrate it as the greatest tackle in NFL history.